Hello everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I'm so sorry for not posting. A lot of stuff has happened in my life recently, so I'm trying to adjust to that. I'll try to record again. Most of the time I just end up passing out right before I'm about to record, and then I get angry at myself because I can't record. But today we are I'm reading a Dabi X Listener by Karamatsu_girl. I hope you guys enjoy it. You guys wanted a Dabi X Listener on the full one, so I found this one. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I just dropped my phone. As the proverb goes, the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. A world of heroes is thought to be one of peace and prosperity, but it's quite the opposite. Only those who get accepted into prestigious schools make it to the top, while others scurry on the floor like mice. You are no exception. Your parents passed away, so you had to give up on your dream of being a hero to help provide for your sister. You wanted to go to a hero school, but dropped out to work. You had 2 jobs, one during the day and one at night. Since you were a high school dropout, there weren't many jobs you could take without getting the minimum wage. For years you worked at a pachinko parlor, walking around selling snacks on a little rack. Pachinko is an arcade game that's similar to pinball, but it's aimed more towards adults. It was practically torture. The racket of the dozens of machines and the stretch of cigarettes clung to you long after you left the building. From your experience, you've seen a lot of outbursts, like people banking on the machines when they didn't win, to drunk men bringing their kids along with them. It was sad and made you feel empty inside. Today was another day. You got your rack of food and walked the aisles, asking customers if they wanted any. You stopped short when you saw a group of men crowding a machine. It's hard to cheat with modern, digitally operated pachinko machines, but a few of the units were really old analog machines. The men were stabbing the machines with sticks, trying to trigger their sensors and make the machines think that a pachinko ball dropped into a winning slot. "Excuse me, you can't cheat here," you yelled. They turned toward you and continued working. The prize money began to spew out of the machines, and they quickly filled their pockets. "You can't do th—" You were cut off when they quickly got up and shoved you aside. You regained your balance and chased after them. You threw your food rack to the ground. They ran into an alleyway across the street, and you followed. "See, I told you it would work," said one of the men. "Yeah, good work, everyone. Now let's celebrate with some drinks." They all cheered and walked off. From there you ran towards them and tackled one man. You held him tight and he struggled to get you off. When he did, he knocked you over and the other men began kicking you. You didn't want to break the law and used your quirk. You couldn't be sent to jail when you had to take care of your sister. You were scared. It hurt. The sudden rise in heat scared you. Your attackers screamed and ran off with blue flames covering them. You looked up and saw a tall, dark figure hovering over you with an outstretched arm. "You okay?" he asked. "No, but thank you." Are you a hero?" you asked. He chuckled. "I wouldn't dream of it. I just saw something wrong and came to help. Here." He crouched over to help you up. Your ribs hurt like hell. "Need me to walk you back? I would call an ambulance, but I don't have a phone on me," he said. "Yeah, please." With that, he walked you to the parlor and an ambulance. You wanted to thank the person who saved you, but he left before you could. You didn't really get the chance to get a good look at him, but you did manage to see what looked like burn marks on his face, neck, and arms. A week later. "Fired?" you said. You left your post and caused a scene. You used your quirk in public. You're lucky I didn't report you to the authorities. We can't have this kind of worker in our business. Feel grateful," said the manager. You looked down at your lap. "I didn't use my quirk." "Oh yeah? Then who did?" You couldn't say because you literally had no idea who did it. "Do us a favor and just leave. This is what's best," he said. You felt broken, fresh out of the hospital, and you had fractured ribs and a lost job. You still had your night shift at the convenience store, but that was hardly enough. You got up and headed home. "You were what?" he said. "I got expelled from school. These idiots were bugging me, so I beat them good," said your sister, Ray. You collapsed into the chair. Your sister wasn't going to school anymore, and she was much younger than you. All that effort for her, and she couldn't live up to what you expected. You didn't know what to do. "Ryan, I know of a job we can do together," she said. "What are you talking about?" "The League of Villains. I heard they're gathering around new members. Our tricks are strong. We can do it." You looked at Ray with shock. You couldn't believe what she was saying. "Drop it. It's stupid," he said. "Look, I have pictures of one of the members. If we can find him, I'm sure he can get us in," she yelled. She pulled out her phone and scrolled through her photos. You sighed and got up. "Put your phone away. You're going back to..." You froze at the image. It was a picture of this person who saved you. Also the person who helped you get fired. You thought about the possibility of joining. How bad could it be? You thought of the years of hard work you'd done and how it went away in an instant. You hated your manager and your past jobs. The burning anger swelled inside of you so much that your body shook. You grabbed Ray's phone and put on a jacket. Let's find him. You had no idea where to start. You went through a bunch of shady-looking alleyways and dangerous neighborhoods, but you didn't see him anywhere. First few days turned into a couple of weeks, and you grew worried. The more time that passed, the more bills piled up. You still worked your night shift, but it was hardly enough. You returned to the alleyway where you first met him. You kicked a can and walked further into the alley. Where the hell is that idiot? I swear if I don't find him, I'm gonna... You turned around and... there he was. You're gonna what? He said. You nearly jumped out of your skin and stumbled back a bit with your arms in a defensive pose. Trying to hurt me now. That's not very nice, he said in a cool tone. Have you been looking for me? Say something already, he said, slightly annoyed. Oh, right, without really meaning to, you slapped him across the face. Oh, crap, my bad. Wait, no. I was fired because of you, he said. Is that all you wanted to tell me? He said quietly. You stammered. Suddenly, a figure jumped between you two with great impact, causing a smaller crater into the cement. It was Ray. That was painful to watch. Listen, creep. My sis and I want to be a part of your group. She's more defensive, as you can see. I'm offensive, she said while dusting herself off. What are your quirks? He said. Mine is density alteration. I can make myself or anything I choose weigh up to 10 times its actual weight. My sis over here has a quirk called wings. She can bring out those cool-looking wings that can spread up to 10 meters and can block just about anything, Ray blurted. You grabbed her and covered her mouth. And what do you hope by accomplishing by joining us? He asked. Money, Ray said between your fingers. You pulled her ear slightly. We just want to escape this crappy life we have. These amazing quirks, but have to live in a society where it's frowned upon to use it in public. I hate that. And heroes get praised for using them to pummel people who have nothing. "That's not right," you said. He stood there for a while. He stepped closer to the two of you into the light of the moon. His scars and many piercings caused your eyes to widen. He extended a hand. "I go by Dabi. What are your names?" Sorry about my bird in the background. It had been a few days since your encounter with Dabi. You and your sister sat down in the counter of a room with many wanted criminals surrounding you. "You think they have what it takes, Dabi?" said a scrawny man with hands covering him. "Is that a fetish?" you thought. Dabi looked you in the eye, and you quickly turned around. "I do." "Tamara, the small one is so cute. I want to cut her up," said a girl who looked like she belonged in high school. You want to fight, bitch?" yelled Ray while standing from her seat. You panicked slightly because everyone in the room took a defensive pose. "Sit your ass down, Ray," you whispered. Toga giggled and stuck out her tongue. Ray sat back down and everyone settled down. "They seem all right. If they try anything, you all know what to do with them," Shigaraki said and walked out of the room. With that, the atmosphere changed completely, with everyone coming up to greet you. Dabi watched in the corner and leaned against the wall. Toga got handsy with Ray, and you slipped out of the crowd to talk to Dabi. He saw you approach and flicked your forehead when you were close enough. "What was that for?" you questioned. "You fucking slapped me, remember?" he said angrily. "It couldn't have hurt. I'm not that strong." He looked away for a moment. "It hurt my feelings." You couldn't tell if he was playing or being serious, but you stopped inquiring when you heard a yelp of laughter. You turned around and saw Toga groping Ray from behind, with everyone laughing. You wanted to help, but the look on Ray's face was priceless. You weren't paying attention, but Dabi smiled slightly at the scene too. A few weeks after being accepted into the League of Villains, you worked alongside Dabi. Ray worked with Toga and twice. You tried to act professionally, but you constantly found yourself clashing with Dabi. "I know you drink my apple juice, you bastard!" you yelled one afternoon. "So what if I did? Didn't see your name on it," Dabi said with a smirk. You took off your hoodie and tossed it aside. Your shirt exposed your back so that you could use your quirk without tearing through your clothes. You released your wings and wrapped it around him. He grunted against the pressure. You had 3 seconds to let go before I toast your wings," he yelled. "Buy me a new bottle of juice," you yelled. Both of you stop it before I turn you to dust," said Shigaraki. You panicked and immediately put Dabi down. You didn't want to get on Shigaraki's bad side, obviously. "You two need to stop your constant bickering. It's annoying as hell," he said. Toga whispered something in his ear and he nodded. She squealed and pushed the two of you into a closet. "What the hell are you doing? Let me out!" you screamed. "Make up, or you two will stay in there until tomorrow," said Toga. You sighed and slumped to the ground. The two of you sat in silence for at least 10 minutes before anyone said anything. He sighed and slumped down too. "Look, I'm sorry about the whole juice thing. Couldn't help it. I'll buy you some more if it makes you feel better. I don't like seeing you mad," said Dabi. You were slightly shocked by what he said, but figured he only said that to get out of there. "You don't mean that," you said. He stared at you with a confused gaze. What do I need to do to prove it?" You wrapped your arms around your legs. "I don't know, something?" As you were thinking, he scooted closer to you. "Oh, I know, you turned your head to face him, but he was already inches away from your face. He grabbed your chin with his thumb and index finger and leaned in for a kiss. His lips brushed against yours, and you died a little inside from pure shock. "Is that proof enough?" he said, not moving away. You gulped and nodded. Damn, you're cute, he said, and pulled in for another kiss. You got into it this time. You grabbed his shirt and he tried to scoot closer. Okay, I think that was enough. Oh, said Toga as she opened the door. You yelled in shock and punched Dabi in the face. You quickly got up and ran away from her peering eyes. Dabi rubbed his nose and glared at Toga, who was laughing nervously. Burn, witch, he yelled and shot a stream of fire at her. She quickly evaded it and stuck out her tongue. Dabi looked around the closet and found a broom. He quickly threw it at her as she ran away. If you're going to run, take the broom to fly away with. As she ran away, Dabi clicked his tongue and went to go look for you. You normally stay on the roof of the hideout all day. You didn't mean to run off. It just sort of happened. Sighing, you thought of what you should do next. I like him, right? He's a bit of a douche, but I still like him. I wish I could tell him without sounding like an idiot, you said to yourself. You're not an idiot. I know how you feel. If you don't believe me, I'll do whatever it takes to prove it to you, said Dabi. You jumped at the sound of his voice and blushed. Anything? Anything. You thought silently to yourself. Your pervy side suggested something, but you ignored it because it wasn't some shoujo anime. Remember that place I used to work at, you said? Dabi smirked and nodded. Later that night, you scrolled through your phone and were happy to see that a pachinko parlor had mysteriously burned to the ground. This is what's best, you said to yourself happily. That is the end of the fan fiction. Wow, it's a long chapter. I hope you all enjoy. I'm so sorry for disappearing for a week. I did not mean to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this because you guys wanted Dabi. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!